Get ready, Disney fans, because the Queen is coming back. That's right, Maleficent 3 is officially in development, and if you're anything like me, you're dying to know every single detail. According to IMDb, the third chapter in the dark fantasy saga is currently in pre-production. The most exciting part? Angelina Jolie is set to reprise her role as the iconic horned anti-hero. Honestly, can you even imagine a Maleficent film without her? Back in 2023, she casually confirmed her return during an interview with the Wall Street Journal, sending fans into a frenzy. Even though Disney is keeping most details tightly under wraps as usual, her involvement alone is enough to keep us counting the days until more news drops. Right now, no other cast members have been confirmed, but honestly, I'm feeling hopeful. Like I'm expecting Elle Fanning, who brought such grace and charm to Princess Aurora, to return for sure. Same goes for Harris Dickinson as Prince Philip and Sam Riley as Diaval, the shape-shifting raven who's one of my favorite characters in the franchise. To be honest, it's hard to imagine continuing the story without them, especially considering how tightly their arcs have been woven into Maleficent's own journey. One big question mark is whether Michelle Pfeiffer's Queen Ingrid might somehow make a comeback. Mistress of Evil ended with her transformed into a goat, and it did feel like the perfect ending. But let's be real, this is Disney. If they want to bring her back, they'll find a way. Plus, her performance was so captivating, it's easy to see why the studio might be tempted to keep her around, even if just in a smaller or more symbolic capacity. To understand where Maleficent 3 might be headed, it's helpful to look back at how Mistress of Evil wrapped things up. The sequel was all about political alliances, family betrayal, and a full-on magical war between the Dark Fae and the human kingdom of Ulstead. The most memorable moment? When Maleficent nearly takes out Queen Ingrid but instead chooses mercy, only to be attacked anyway. Classic villain move. In a twist of mythic proportions, Maleficent transforms into a phoenix, saving Aurora from a deadly fall and officially claiming her place as a protector rather than a destroyer. The final scenes teased a truce between the human world and the magical one, with Maleficent flying off into the skies but promising to return to baptize Aurora's child. So what now? Well, that little line wasn't just a cute nod to the original Sleeping Beauty story, but it also was a setup, a big one. If we follow that breadcrumb, the next movie could revolve around Aurora and Philip's child. Maybe Maleficent makes good on her promise and shows up to baptize their baby. But what if history starts to repeat itself? There's a lot of rich, untapped territory here, especially around legacy, parenthood, and the fear of becoming what you once were. What if Maleficent, now a fully realized Phoenix and Guardian, struggles with the darker parts of herself resurfacing? Or what if the child of Aurora is born with strange powers, and the world turns against them out of fear? Another theory floating around is that a new villain could emerge from the magical realm, someone even more ancient or powerful than Maleficent. Perhaps an old rival from the Dark Fae's past resurfaces, challenging Maleficent's leadership and putting the entire peace agreement at risk. Now, imagine a powerful sorceress or a rogue fae who believes Maleficent has gone soft. This would give Jolie a new antagonist to face off against, while continuing to explore the theme of moral ambiguity that makes her character so fascinating. And speaking of Diaval, how about giving him a more fleshed out arc? I've been dying to see more of his backstory. Maybe he takes on a larger leadership role, or even wrestles with his loyalty if another force tries to sway him. There's room to expand, and after 2 films, it feels like his time to shine. Here's the catch. Even though Maleficent 3 is in pre-production, we're probably still a long way off from sitting in a theater with popcorn in hand. Just to put things into perspective, Mistress of Evil was announced in 2015, but didn't hit screens until 2019. So even if things move a little faster this time, the earliest we might see the film is late 2026, more realistically 2027, or even 2028. That's partly due to the massive scale of the project. These aren't quick turnaround films. The visual effects, costume design, and world building are all intricate, and Disney isn't the type to rush when it comes to one of its darker, more prestigious franchises. Subscribe for more videos like this one and watch this video next.